Hello everyone, my name is Shonda and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. So I'm here today with an unboxing again. So my Sew Sampler subscription from Fat Quarter Shop came in the mail on Sunday for some reason. It was actually delivered to the mailbox on Sunday. I wasn't expecting that. So when it came, I was like, okay, well, let me try to do my unboxing really quick because I'm going out of town and I wasn't going to be back until late Tuesday night, and I didn't want to wait until today, Wednesday, to film this video. So I filmed the video. Everything was fine, but when I uploaded it to YouTube, it had no sound. So I've literally, I can play the video and it has sound, but not when I upload it. So here I am filming it again, and nothing is a surprise because I've already unboxed it. But here we are, the September Sew Sampler subscription by Fat Quarter Shop. Usually in this box we get a block of the month, or one block of a block of the month, and we get fabric and a pattern to use that fabric with, and then whatever other neat stuff they decide to throw in the box. So here we are. Let me see if I can make it look nice. Okay, so this is our September box. It says Adventure Awaits September 2021. And it always comes in this really cool box, and I tend to keep mine because patterns fit in there very nicely, and also if you have a small project or work in progress, they're good for that too. So I keep these. Not every single one, because they could really start to pile up, but I do keep some and use them for various purposes. So let's see what we have in today's box, or I should say this month's box. So in this month's box, as I said, every month there is a block in our block of the month. Right now we are doing the Bright Side Quilt Along. This is block 6. Yeah, so I do have the other 5 blocks, but I have not been doing this. So I've not been doing this project. I've got way too much going on quilt-wise to take on something else like this. And let's see what else we have in this box. We have this here. It says thread cutters, and basically what this is that it's a little adjustable ring. So there's a Velcro, a thin piece of Velcro here. That's the black part. And so you put it on your finger and you tighten it, and then you can use this to cut your thread. I don't know that I would have a lot of use for this. I think this might be better for someone who does any type of hand sewing. Pretty much my sewing machine is going to cut whatever I need to cut. And if I'm chain piecing and I want to cut my chains apart, I'm not sure that this would be the best option. So I'm thinking this might work better for someone who does embroidery, like hand embroidery, or if you hand sew on your bindings, or if you do cross stitch. This might be better suited for your needs, but for the specific things that I do, I'm not sure how handy this will be for me, but we'll see. We'll try it out. Also in this box, so we have a ruler. So we have the Small Bowl Cozy Template by Creative Grids. Sorry, I had to pause. So I was actually pretty excited to get this template. Last year, we decided not to do gifts for Christmas. You know, we had COVID going on. The vaccine wasn't out yet. And I think we were limited to groups of 6. So there were about 6 of us. It was my fiance and I, my mother, my sister, and 2 of my aunts. And so what we decided to do was a white elephant style, where we just purchased one gift, and, you know, one person goes up and opens a gift, and then the next person can either steal one of the gifts that's already been opened, or they can open a new gift, and so on until all of the gifts are spoken for. So in that gift, I stuck in a couple of bowl cozies. And also what I did was for, even though we weren't doing gifts for everyone else, I made bowl cozies for everyone. So I made, even my grandmother did not attend, but I still made her some bowl cozies, and I visited her separately and I gifted her those. And everybody liked them a lot. It's like one of those things that you didn't know you needed until you had it. And then once you had it, you're like, how did I not know that this thing existed? And they sell them in stores, and I never noticed, never paid attention. But now that I've made a couple for myself, I do love them, because you don't have to worry about burning yourself on the microwave anymore. So, and I had actually, like, this was already planned out. So I had literally already purchased some Wrap and Zap batting. So I was on Amazon and happened to be just checking to see how much their batting was, to see if I wanted to get it from Amazon or if I wanted to get it from like Joann's or somewhere else online. And Amazon had the Wrap and Zap batting for $4.97 a pack. And that's pretty inexpensive, because generally it's at least twice that. And I think last year I got a sale and I was able to get it at Joann's for like $7.50. So to get it for less than $5 was a pretty big deal. So I think I got like, I think I bought 4. The limit was 4. So I just bought 4 of them, because I'm anticipating a much larger group this year for Christmas, because most of my family is vaccinated. So I'm expecting a larger group, and I wanted to be able to make bowl cozies for everyone. And so I went ahead and bought the 4 packs. So, and I was considering a template to kind of make things a little easier so I don't have to mark all those lines. I was considering a template, but then I was like, no. And I ended up not purchasing one. I was literally on quiltinaday.com because the Gypsy Quilter has one. And I think I saw, it might have been, I feel like it was also a daily special on Missouri Star. It was a daily special on Missouri Star, and then I also saw it on quiltinaday.com. And I was like, maybe I should get this. And I was like, no, because I really don't need it. Well, now I got one. So super glad that I did not purchase one. And I am super, super glad to see this. Because this was something that I was wanting but didn't want to buy. So I got one anyway, you know. The Lord works in mysterious ways. So also in this box we have flatter. I think that I don't know that if everyone got unscented. I got the one that's unscented, and it's truly unscented. I did give it a sniff. It has kind of like a mild kind of alcohol-y type smell, but nothing strong, nothing big. I have tried flatter before. It does work. It's a little different than Best Press. I normally use Best Press. I use Best Press and I use actual starch. I use starching if I want to starch fabric before I iron and cut it. And if I don't, well, if you have ever watched Fat Quarter Shop, if you've watched their videos, if you follow Kimberly Jolly at all, she has a very unique method of starching that she inherited from Lisa Bonjean at Primitive Gatherings, and there are other people who use it as well. Tula uses the method as well, except Tula uses Best Press. So what Kimberly will do is she will take some starch and she will spray her fabrics both sides until it's dripping wet, and then she will lay it to dry, and then once it's dry, she irons it. This will pre-shrink the fabric and also gives it a very, it gives it a firmer feel so that it makes her points and her sewing more accurate, because Kimberly is super, super, super concerned with her accuracy. Tula will will put Best Press like in a bucket or a container and then dip her pieces in there and then let them dry. I tried that once, and it uses a ton of Best Press, and the fabrics don't get quite as stiff as they do when you use the Kimberly Jolly starch method. So I've tried them both. I will not use the best press method because I didn't feel like it really gave the fabric anything extra really. So I will probably skip the best press and use the Kimberly Jolly method. But I digress. So anyway, I've tried the flatter. To me, it doesn't give the fabric as much body as best press does. So I think that the best press is great for me. But I do like using this on a finished block. So I did get some flatter in another prescription box. The scent that I got was called Pineapple Grove. It smelled amazing. It smelled amazing. It smelled so good. So good. And I put it in one of those mister bottles, you know, like one of those, I never keep them, but you know what I'm talking about, the continuous spray. That's usually what I keep my best press in, and what I keep my, any spray that I'm going to be using. I usually have 2 different spray bottles. For one, I'll use like a regular spray bottle. This actually doesn't have Faultless in it. It has best press in it, but the bottle is just bigger. So if I'm spraying like a large piece of fabric for ironing, I'll use this so I can get more spray. But when I'm actually piecing and I just want to, you know, press in, but you know, press while I'm piecing or press a finished block, then I'll use the continuous mist sprayer, and I'll use that. But I did like using the flatter for finished blocks. I felt that it gave the finished block a nice, it just gave it a nice even finish, a nice flat even finish. I did like the appearance of the block when using this, but not significantly so much more that I would pay more for this than best press, because you can get a gallon of best press for $35. A gallon. And that gallon will last me quite a long time. So I don't really see the value in buying this product because it is much more expensive. I haven't looked to see if now they sell it in larger containers, but it used to just come in like, I think like an 8-ounce spray or maybe a 12-ounce or something. And that was it. So is this a nice product? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Does it give as much body to the fabric that best press does? No. I feel like best press is better for that purpose. But this is nice. It's just not something that I would purchase, but I am happy to have it, and I will definitely be using it. Since it's unscented and I kind of like the scent, I'll probably put this in a mister bottle and then add like an ounce of best press to give it a little bit of scent, because I do like, when I'm holding my finished blocks, I do like having that nice smell, that nice best press smell. I like that. Anyway, I just spent like 5 minutes talking about best press. I'm sorry, guys. So on to the fabric. So our fabric this month is from Belle Isle by Minnick & Simpson for Moda. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 fat quarters, and these are definitely kind of Americana. This is a pretty print, but I don't do holiday fabric. So that would be Christmas, Halloween, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, you know, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. I don't want it. I don't want the pink Valentine's Day bundle, or the red, white, and blue Americana bundle, or it's not for me. I have very limited holiday fabric. Either I received it in a subscription box, which is why I don't have a lot of them, because they do a lot of that and I don't like it. So that's why I tend to gravitate towards ones that don't have a lot of that. I don't really consider this, even though it's red, white, and blue, there's flags on it. I'm going to show you the rest of the prints. I believe in all the months that I've been on the Sew Sampler, for the most part, it's not all holiday based. It's really not. I was subscribed during Christmas time. Like we didn't get a whole lot of it. I think last month we got, and they're smart about it, I think, when they do it, because they know it doesn't appeal to everyone. So I think last month we got the Layla Boutique. We got the Fat Eighth by Layla Boutique. And I felt like that, although that was Christmas fabric, it was a little more non-traditional Christmas fabric. And so it resonated a little better with me than most things. So this is the first fat quarter. And this is the only one of this particular print that we have. And then we have these two. These are the same print, but different colors. I do like the pink one. But there's definitely flags on this print. So the flags are what you know, definitely make it more 4th of July-ish. And then we have the stars, blue background with white stars. We have this next print is Paisley, red, white, and blue. No flags on this one. I love this because I love Paisley. Paisley is definitely one of my favorite prints. I have always loved Paisley since I was a child. So I have always been drawn to Paisley and Argyle, very much so. Also like houndstooth, if you're familiar with that. Like if I go out today and I see a pair of black and white houndstooth pants, like they're coming home with me. If they look decent on me, they're coming home. Or if I can find me a nice houndstooth jacket with like the leather elbows, I'm all over it. You just don't find that stuff anymore. And it's one of those things that I don't like to buy online because I find that those prints don't always translate well. You know what I mean? So it's kind of something you have to buy in the store. But I love prints like that. And always, always Paisley, Argyle, houndstooth. Love. We have these two prints. These are the same. One in a darker blue, one in a lighter blue. I think what I'm going to do with this fabric here, and this is the last one, this is definitely my favorite because it's not, this could actually go with any line whatsoever. It literally doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't even matter. I love this print. This print I would actually purchase. And it's very plaid-y. I like plaid. I like plaid. Argyle plaid. Love it. So this is the collection. Hold it all up. And I think what I'm going to do is that I follow Gudrun Erla of GE Quilt Designs. And she does this thing called Fast and Furious Club. And basically for 9 months, she releases a pattern every month on the 20th of the month for 9 months, and it started with September 20th. She releases a pattern that's quilt as you go, and it's usually going to be beginner friendly and quick to work up, right? And it's quilt as you go, so when you're done putting it together, all you have to do is bind it and you're done. And the first pattern release for September is a table runner. And my fiance and I, we do a 4th of July party, and I think I might be able to maybe use this fabric to make a table runner using that quilt as you go pattern for the party. And there should be, I'm thinking, probably enough fabric to, I might be able to get 2 out of there. I might be able to do 2. So yeah, I don't know the fabric requirements yet because I haven't purchased the pattern. I wasn't sure if I was going to purchase the pattern or not, or if I was going to purchase the full 9-month subscription. But again, I'm digressing. So that's our fabric. And this is our pattern. So this is the Summit quilt pattern. I actually really like this pattern. It finishes at 48.5 by 48.5 if you want to make the throw size quilt, or if you want to make 4 pillows. Each pillow finishes at 24.5 inch square. And you would use, to make either project, you would use the full 8 fat quarter bundle, and you would need 1 3/4 of backing as well for either project. And the only difference is if you're doing the throw size quilt, you would use 5/8 yard for the binding, and if you're using the pillows, if you're doing 4 pillows, you would need a full yard of the binding. But the fat quarter and background requirements are the same. And it does appear that each block is repeated twice. So each fabric is completed twice. So it looks like from one fat quarter and background, you can get 2 blocks. So super easy to convert and make this pattern bigger. If you didn't want to do 48.5 by 48.5, if you wanted it a little bigger, you could easily do that math, because you would just need 2, each fat quarter that you add in additionally, you would get 2 blocks from, and you just have to do a little bit more, get a little extra background. So not bad here. I like this one. I could see me making this. Not right now, because I can tell that there are a lot of half square triangles and quarter square triangles. Therefore, we'd be squaring up. And at this point in my quilting life, I don't want any of that, okay? Because I have tons of unfinished projects, tons. So if I'm going to take on a project that's new, instead of working on one of my existing projects, then I want something that's super simple, which is basically why every quilt that I've made in the last couple of months, and I made like 3 quilts in 30 days, every one has been like super easy to cut, easy to sew, easy to put together, and no squaring up required. That's how I'm living right now. So that is this month's box. Oh, and of course we get a coupon. So on the back of this, we get a coupon. This month's coupon is you get a fat quarter bundle for $10 off if it costs $50 or more. So any fat quarter bundle purchase of $50 or more, you get $10 off. I don't think that's a bad deal. So to wrap up again, we have our coupon. We have our thread cutter, which we wear on our finger and use it to cut our threads. We have our bowl cozy template, and it says small bowl cozy, but small is still a really good size. Okay, so this uses an 11-inch fabric square. I think the ones that I did last year, I used 10.5, and I got a pretty decent size bowl cozy. So I'm imagining the large one is probably for like a serving dish or something like that, because the small one, it's not small. It fits a normal soup bowl or cereal bowl. So we got flatter, 3-ounce bottle of flatter. I got the scentless. We have our next installment of our block of the month. We have our pattern, either a throw or 4 pillows, and we have 8 fat quarters with which to make that project or another project of our liking. So that is it for me. I apologize for the lack in sound. I don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened, because like I said, when I play that video on my computer, it has sound, but when I upload it, it does not. Crossing my fingers to hope I have better luck with this one. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next video.